store. Ow! I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, and I'm so here. Legend. Take me. Legend. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Hey babies, how y'all doing? And welcome back. It is 2021 and we have a new season of Diva Den. I hope everybody has had a wonderful holiday season and has kicked off the new year full of spirits, love, joy, and moving into something bigger and better in 2021. So we have a special guest co-host that will be joining us tonight. So we look forward to hearing from the very beautiful Miss Kayla Finn, honey. Yes, yes, yes. She is joining us tonight on the show, one of our special guests, co-hosts tonight. So it's going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about a lot of good things. So stay tuned. We want to hear from you, the viewers. So make sure you guys chime in the comments section on my page so we can share your comments or questions. So please ask questions. It's Diva Den, so we're keeping it juicy this season. So there are no topics that are not brought to the table. So if you ask it, we're gonna talk about it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna bring in my co-host. Gonna go ahead and add these divas to the screen.
Hey y'all.
Hey everybody.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
No,
Hey everybody.
how y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
Kayla,
How
that
are
picture
you?
was everything that she put up. That picture was
Oh,
everything.
oh my
Oh,
goodness.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm good. I'm good. And there's Brianna. Hey, Bree.
Yes, the mother.
Hey, Bree. Can you hear us, Brianna? Or are you just sitting over there being quiet and retarded first moments on the show? All right. When I see her talking, send me a chat in the private chat to let me know that you read it because we're gonna try not to have too many technical difficulties tonight.
She was talking to the raccoons.
Hey, Landis, how are
Hey,
you? Thank you
Landis.
for joining. Hey, Heather, thank you for joining us
Hey,
tonight.
Heather.
So, we're gonna start things off. I just wanted to just tell me how everyone's holiday was during the pandemic. I mean, it was a different Christmas this year. So our viewers, you can chime in as well. But my co-host, how was your Christmas? How was Christmas during the pandemic? This was a total different year
It
for
was
celebration.
good. I had my grandbaby. I had Lulu. So I
Oh,
got to spend time with Lulu. Um, and just spent it in the house. It's not too healthy out there, so really didn't do much.
Not too
Kind of
healthy out
boring.
there. Kind of boring.
Hello.
hey, Bree.
Hi.
Yes.
So, Kayla, how about you? How was your holidays and how did you spend them during the pandemic?
Um, this holiday was very special to me in a lot of ways. I was able to be with my mom. It was just me, my mom, and my sister, just us three at the house. But it was a special Christmas for me because for some people who know me and some who don't, the life I used to once lead, what I used to do, I just was so happy and it was so special because my mom needed a washer and dryer and I was able to purchase her one for Christmas. Like
Oh,
like doing it the legal way. And that just was so much gratification for myself.
Yeah.
And that just was so
Amen.
special to me that I was able to do that for my mom. And that just was such a blessing. And that just made me so happy. So this was a very special Christmas for me.
Amen. Hey, Kelly.
yes.
Hey,
Amen.
Kelly Branch. Hey, Miss Kelly girl.
Hey,
Hey,
sister.
Hi,
Kelly.
Yes,
Kelly
hi,
Branch.
Kelly.
Yes. And hey, Jason Assange
Hey,
over.
Jason.
Yes,
Meow,
yes.
meow.
Hey, Waddell. How you doing? Thank you all for
Hey,
in. Thank you all for tuning
Oh
in.
shit.
Hey, Walter. Hey, Walter Bailey, all the way from Jacksonville. That's Walter K that we were
Hey,
Yes.
talking about.
Walter.
Hello. Hey,
Yes.
Walt.
So, Dallas, how was your holiday during the pandemic?
Well, my holiday was very good. It's been peaceful. Jesus is the reason for the season. So this holiday season, I had a lot of time to self-reflect, being quarantined. And one thing that really stood out to me this holidays was the birthday party that we got to have for you under the quarantine. That was really nice just to get to see people in a safe way and follow all the social distancing and safe measures that you had in place for us to be able to gather and come together and just get to see everyone, because it's been so long since we've been able to gather and fellowship and just share the love. It's hard to hug somebody and feel the love from the computer screen. So just to be able to mingle with my family, which is important to me over the holidays, was just everything to me. So this holiday, under the circumstances, it was everything to me, and I had a really good holiday. So thank you all.
Good. Bree, how was your holidays during the pandemic?
Well, I mean, I had a good time. I didn't have Christmas at my house, so that was good. I came to your birthday party. That was really nice. That was something to get my mind and get our minds off of things. I love your beautiful house.
Thank you.
Yes, I
Yes.
really and I enjoyed the chicken. The chicken was
Thank,
good.
thank you. Thank you. And the Caesar salad, I think you enjoyed that as well.
The pasta salad was what she enjoyed.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I was turning
and I
up.
appreciate you taking over being the game show host for me on that night.
Yes.
Did a good
Yeah,
job entertaining the people. So
yeah.
thank you. Any New Year's goals or resolutions? Any New Year's goals or resolutions for our co-hosts or for our viewers? If you have any New Year's resolutions that you have put into place, go ahead and chime in so we can share with the people your New Year's resolutions or goals for 2021. Co-host, y'all want to chime off first?
Yeah, my goal is, as of late, I've become a baker, of sorts. And I think,
Yes.
yes, since we're gonna talk about it, we just might as well talk about it. Zakia, can you hit it, please? Can you hit it for the people, please? I love how you say my slogan. Can you say
Oh,
it, please?
Zena Bean, the crab pie queen.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, it was something, it's amazing how things work because, I work with Nations, a wonderful nonprofit, and COVID tried to kick our butt, but we kicked COVID back. And right as the new year began, as we're about to embark on such great things at Nations, I learned that I can sell pies. So, it's something that I've incorporated every other week. It's something I do, and it didn't come out of desperation. It just came out of something to do, So I'm just glad everyone who bought one liked them and you enjoyed them. And I also have 17 slots open for the 16th and 17th.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I
Yes.
must say I have had two crab pies since they've been going on, and I must let you know that I'm a seafood connoisseur. I love seafood, and so I will tell you that it is filled with jumbo lump crab meat, and it is delicious. Drench a little hot sauce over it, and it is wonderful. Michael Waddell chimed in and said that he wants worldwide peace.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That would
Peace.
be great.
And then Jason from J Smith Entertainment says that I plan on working and saving. So next year I will be able to quit my job and do J Smith Entertainment full time. Speaking
It's
into it,
done.
Yes. Come on, the
speaking
truth.
into
That's
it,
the
that's
It's
truth.
done.
what to do. Yes, amen.
Congratulations in advance.
Yes, step out on faith.
Okay.
Yes.
Brianna,
Peanut butter
close
and jelly.
2020.
Actually, I want to take yoga. I took
Okay.
I took it before, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I think this year I'm going to take yoga, and I'm going to skydive.
Mm.
So
Okay.
Now
yeah,
I could see you in the dog. I could see you in the downward dog, but I don't know if I could see you jumping out the plane.
yeah, no, no. I'm going to do it. I'm really going to do it. I'm going to skydive and say I did it. Something that was blood rushing, and yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to skydive this year.
Well, girl, you can have that.
Mm-mm.
Tell me all about it. And get somebody to do video footage so we can share it on
Yeah,
Yes.
we gotta see that.
when you do.
Hold the camera while you're doing it so
That
we can
camera could
see.
fall with me. No, sir, I'm not doing that. No, but I'm
Kayla,
going to do that.
Kayla, how about you? Any 2020, 2021 goals, resolutions?
uh, yeah, just to be a even better me, learn from any mistakes, move forward, don't hold on to things or don't hold on to people who don't deserve to be in my life or in my circle, and
Mm.
get my body like Doja Cat. I'm really seriously contemplating some plastic surgeries this
Mm.
year. Yeah, a little nip tuck and hopefully get some other things done first. But after I get that done, then do some other things.
Well, I'm
So yeah.
happy with your body just the way it is. I love all of it.
Sure is, girl.
Oh, thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm a groupie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Dallas, what about you?
So I just am trying to be the best be I can be as well. Thinking about peace for 2021 with everything that we've gone through. I definitely know how resilient I am and how important my role is to move forward together. So I'm all about looking for those opportunities to jump in and to bridge gaps anywhere I can bridge the gap so that we can continue moving forward together and be successful together. I'm also working on saving. I am still working on my
Mhm.
master's, so I'm a full-time student. I'm always trying to save, eating peanut butter and jelly for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just trying to get in a better place. So when I graduate with my master's, I can be living in a good place and not have to worry about so much of these student loan debt.
I understand. I
Oh,
understand.
can I make a plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm.
And I'm also excited about the prep clinic that is starting at the Nation Foundation. I'm very excited about that. And for any information, go to our website or inbox me on Messenger. I'll be more than happy to give you any information on that. But I'm very excited for that at Nation
I
Awesome.
under the
want to
And
prep
plug.
clinic.
we're
Can I
gonna talk.
plug?
We're gonna talk about that a little later,
Oh,
Okay.
and I have some spots because I know what you want to say, Zena, but we're gonna cover those things. I got y'all. I got y'all. Okay. So
I
Look,
was
y'all
gonna
acting
follow
like
suit.
Megan McCain when she came back to the View after her maternity leave.
so for me, I think I am always looking for new ways to create residual income for myself. So I am branching off into some new business ventures in 2021. And I'm going into a little more real estate business, doing rental properties and things of that nature. And I am very much looking into doing some investment with some of my friends that we've been talking about closely about investing some money to open a dispensary since
Yeah.
marijuana is about to be legalized in Virginia very soon. So I'm thinking about some creative and innovative ways to build some residual income because I want Oprah money by the time I turn
I
55
know that's right.
or as close to it as I can get.
And I'm gonna find
Hmm.
someone to make the perfect strand. It's gonna be called Zine Bean Strand, and we're gonna make millions on top of millions. The
Uh,
Zine Bean Strand.
Jason, when we have that set and ready, we will send out invitations and let everyone know.
I knew this was going to happen.
And it's okay because the world wasn't ready anyway. So anyway.
It's perfectly fine.
Yes, it is. Amen.
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 So I wanted to just talk a little bit about 2020 in review. What were some things that was like just monumental to y'all that just stuck out for y'all in 2020? 2020 was a doozy. So And that's for our viewers too. Anything that was like just impactful for you for 2020, you can shout it out and we'll post it up. But we just, just shouting out some things like Kobe Bryant was one of the things in 2020 that was.
That's what started it. It was like once Kobe died, it was like God was angry.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the goat died, and it was just hell ravished all over the world. Like
Yeah.
everything just started going downhill. And it's funny to think about 2020, but I can tell you that 2020, the first time in my life that I was scared that I wasn't going to live because of something that was going on in the world. Like not that I'm not going to live because I'm gonna get hit by a bus. I really actually felt like my life was going to end because of the foolishness that's happening around the world. Whether it happened by one of these people who now feel, they can say what they want to say and do what they want to do, or if it was by a nuclear attack. I mean, that's real. That was our reality. We could die from something like that. So I think that was it for me. I was like, this year, Kobe. Once Kobe happened, then what happened in our own city, that was like a wake up for me.
Yeah.
It really was. When it happened here, I was like, oh yeah, we about tired. That's what I said. We about tired.
Yeah.
But it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then COVID.
2020 was impactful for me because, like you said, Zena, all the craziness going on. So I began to bear firearm in 2020 to keep me safe, And then also something that was real profound for me is just the number of trans murders. We've had 43 trans murders in 2020. And specifically one that happened a few days after we had celebrated Transgender Day of Remembrance here in Richmond. So I want to speak Shamisha Sam's name out, specifically Richmond, but I hope that in 2021 we don't have that many murders in 2021. I pray to God that we don't. What about you, Kayla? Anything impactful in 2020 for you?
Most impactful thing for me was I was a bit tired of my career at the time, and it had started to become a struggle, and it was something I wasn't happy doing anymore. And my dream job came along, and I'm in a new place, and I'm in Richmond, and I absolutely love it here, and I just love everything about the opportunity that was presented. So that was the highlight of my year, with everything that went on with COVID and seeing a lot of people go through like financial hardships and losing their shows, because some of my friends were only showgirls and that's all they knew. So it was just kind of sad to see everyone go through a transition and dealing with employment and all of that. So that was my highlight for me, just my new career. And it's something that I absolutely love doing every day. I'm not in that place where I was like, oh, I got to go here today and getting into it with the customers because they're lying, just things like that. So that was the highlight of my year.
Good. And Dallas, did you hop off about highlights for 2020 for you?
Yeah, some highlights for me. 2020 was definitely a difficult year for a lot of people. I am the class of 2020, so earlier in 2020, after COVID, I graduated with my bachelor's in business administration with a concentration in management. And not being able to have a regular graduation definitely impacted my experience. However, I still continue to go through a degree. I'm still in school, and I've learned so much about how we've had to adapt digitally and how important digital entrepreneurship is. And that's why currently I'm studying my master's in business administration with the emphasis on digital entrepreneurship, because this digital platform that we have is so powerful, and it can just really propel any career or anything that you're trying to sell, no matter what it is. So that's what I've been focused on for 2020. I attended a lot of the Black Lives Matter movements that were going on, especially here in Richmond. I thought that was important to me to try to, like I said, bridge the gap and to try to use my platform to bring races together because I may be different and not have the same experience as Black people. So I thought it was very important for me to learn more about the struggles. And so that way I could think about policies, procedures, and ways that I could make a change, or when I see things that are disproportionately affecting a group of people, whether it be transgender or whether it be Black people, I could be able to speak up and be able to use my voice just to make a change and to try to bring equality for all. So that's been a lot of my focus for 2020. It's been very important for me. And just listening, I've learned so much in 2020. It's definitely taught me a whole lot. I've done a lot of listening and a lot of conversations with people. And so that to me is, I'm just going to always remember it.
That's what's
It's been
up.
very,
Yeah.
Free.
Well, it was the job change for me, like Kayla. I had worked so hard to become a supervisor, and then I came back from Atlanta, from the pageant, and then the pandemic hit. So I was out of a job for like 6 months. Wait, yeah, I was out of the job for a few months, and then when Tarina opened the Southeastern Transgender Resource Center, she offered me a job there. So now I'm working helping trans identified people. So I really like it. It's a lot of work. Now I see what you be doing, Zakia. I mean, like with your organization, just it's a it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I mean, I'm in the fight with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning, so I'm trying to learn more. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to embark on some different classes and things. You know what I'm saying? To really know about the organ, about how a nonprofit is like ran on the inside and stuff. And we'll see. Maybe in the future I will venture out there and try to start something on my own. You know what I'm saying? But I think learning it and learning the inside, you know what I'm saying? Because some people think it's just about writing grants and stuff. It's more than that.
Well, I would encourage you to get as much knowledge as you can. Having your own agency is not always as glamorous as it may look. It is a lot of work, and a lot of people don't understand that it wasn't that I just up and started Nation Foundation. I have been doing this work for 20 something years. I've been doing this for 25 years. So I worked for Fan Free for many years, and I worked for the health department for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? I volunteered prior to going to Fan Free Clinic, and all of those experiences helped to bring me to the point to start an organization. And it is a lot of work. So even, it's not about maybe starting another organization. It may be adding programs to the Southeastern Transgender Resource Center to build, you know what I'm saying, to build
Uh-huh.
agency. Because when you step out there on faith, and I'm not disencouraging anybody from not following their dreams and doing their own thing, but I would tell you to be in the fight and do the work so that you can learn every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it is so much, the outreach, the programming, the writing the grants, um, understanding the grant review process, understanding the language that needs to go in the grant so you can get funded. It's a lot. So, I'm really thankful for my time at Fan Free Clinic and folks like Heather Warmer Brunson and Susan Tellier and Susan Carr and Elaine Martin and so many people, Tangi Harris, so many people who poured into me, Zena, so many people who poured into my career and encouraged me and helped me propel to that next level. But it's a lot of work. So every opportunity you can get to get training, learn something, get another certificate under your belt that's going to give you the tools to flourish in this work, then do so. You know what I'm saying? Get all you can get. Hey, Maxie.
Hey, Maxie.
I think for me, 2020 was amazing. I'm so thankful. Like when it first started off, I was so concerned about how I was going to keep my team eating and not letting anybody go. It was really stressful trying to understand and figure out how we're going to do HIV and STI testing and social distance or create barriers to keep us safe. Um, but God is good. You know, He blessed our agency throughout it. We were able to help so many people. I was able to hire new people and bring new people on.
Mhm.
And just the way that we were able to move during the pandemic and so many people was truly, truly amazing. And then, to get my house was awesome. I had got some major disappointment at the beginning of the pandemic because Continent Elite didn't happen. And I was so frustrated. But
Ah,
God said, I got something for you. I got a bigger crown than that for you. And so
okay.
He gave me that November. So I was real thankful for that. So 2020, even though we've had a lot of ups and downs, it has been a good year. And like I said, in my birthday, I hope that people have taken this time to really reassess, reevaluate, and come up with innovative and creative new ways to come out of the pandemic being greater. Beans, queen pies. Kayla, drumming into work, and Dallas working on your degrees, and
Mhm.
Brianna stepping into your new career, and skydiving, and all of this other stuff that you want to do in 2020.
Mhm.
So we have to live.
Oh,
Tomorrow is not promised.
Yes,
We have to
yes,
live every day like it's the last day. YOLO, you only live once, honey. YOLO.
live
yes.
it to the fullest. Live it to the fullest.
Yes. So we have not been on this platform since November, and our last show was like fire. We had Sophia McIntosh. We had
Yes.
we had an amazing show, and last season we had some really amazing guests and stuff. But I just wanted to touch on a few things because our last show was right there in November, and then the presidential elections happened. So, just your thoughts on the presidential election, and we don't want to. I don't want y'all to bring anything current to now. I just want y'all to stay in November and watching the elections and your thoughts about all that was transpiring during the time of the election.
Well, for me, I was nervous. I don't know about nobody else because I know
Mhm.
the the buffoonery that they can do, and I was like, I swear I was really nervous and I was scared because I was just like, if this man get in office 4 more years, yeah, it's going to be the end of us because I was really nervous and I was just, you know what I'm saying, when Jason had his registration vote and stuff, and I was just like, okay, we need these people to go out and vote and get this man up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I was scared. I was really scared. And being a black trans, that was like the more scarier. You know what I'm saying than anything. If like it was so much going on, but I was scared.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was nervous, but it was so good to see a lot of states turn blue. Um, just I was just so happy because the clown that we had in office, it just like it was just a downhill battle, and it just started to annoy me. So I'm just very happy that the outcome was Biden and Kamala, and I'm just so glad to see a lot of states convert to now.
Gina, how about you? How did you feel watching the elections?
I agree with Bree. It was like I suffer from anxiety, so I can't be watching stuff like that. Like I was watching them numbers and I was eyed, and then all of a sudden, all these votes came in for Trump. I had to turn it off because I was having panic attacks because I was scared. And I did not know what to expect. I think I was very surprised. Not surprised when they announced Biden because after a while I was like, yeah, I know we got enough sense. But then it got scary because 70 million people voted for Trump. So it's like, like dang. But I was nervous like Brie.
Dimitri, I agree. Anxiety was on 10.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I could
Okay.
not take my eyes off it. I think I really didn't get any sleep that night, trying to stay up as late as I could to watch as much as I could. And I, it was just kind of confirmation as to kind of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis as a Black trans woman in Virginia specifically, and knowing how racism is real. So seeing that 70 million people voted for this man just showed the state that we are in as a country related to racism and just the separation of folks. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that it all worked out the way that it was supposed to work out.
Yes, God.
But we have so much more that I'm going to bring up that we're going to talk about in more current events related to this man, because I'm not even going to give him the honor of saying the P word in front of his name. I'm just going to say Trump right now because I'm not going to even give him that credit to put the P word in front of his name. And Shamia, thank you so much. We did survive COVID, and thank you. We're trying to do as much work as we can in the city to make a difference. So thank you, man. Dallas, how about you? How were you feeling when the elections were happening?
Well, I kind of knew how things were going to go, to be honest. I felt like I knew Biden was going to pull through. I knew it was going to be a Biden presidency. But just more importantly, I was worried. You know, I'm not going to lie. I was worried about the direction our country was going to go. I was worried about the challenges that were going to be exposed along the way. I was worried about the work that's needed to be able to undo everything that's already been done, basically what our country was built upon. And for us just to continue with this legacy being built upon, you know, slavery, modern day slavery as it is now, being a financial slave to be a debt into the big banks and to the tech companies. I kind of knew what direction we was going. It was kind of clear out in day, but I just say that this election brought a lot of people's opinions out. And so it was good to get to see where people stand because people were
Mm-hmm.
definitely voicing their opinions. You definitely knew where people stand. You definitely could feel the political discrimination, if you will, since we discriminate on age, race, gender. I also believe that a new discrimination topic that we need to talk about maybe going into 2021 is people's political affiliations because although I'm an independent and can't relate to either party, Republican and Democrat, that's been based upon a system of dueling parties that have got us nowhere for the last however many years that we've been 1776.
We was asking about the elections. You get the
Oh
ram.
yeah, oh yeah. I'm sorry about that. So let me just bring it back because you know I
Yes,
get worked up
please, because
about it.
we on a time limit. So I
Yes. So for like third parties like myself being an independent, I kind of felt like this wasn't my fight. This wasn't my election to really make a difference. This wasn't my election to really bring the issues that are important to me to the forefront and my community because those parties that are supporting the issues that I identify with and that I best feel will benefit our community. We don't talk about them because this election was to get Trump out of office. So I just had to bow out for this one. So that's kind of where I'm at on
what you,
this
what,
election that took
what you
place.
mean bow out?
Well, because my party is like a third party. If I don't
No,
vote
no, no.
for whatever reason,
I asked you what you mean by bow out. What did you mean by that?
well, basically, that wasn't my fight. So when I voted at the box, my voice really didn't matter because I didn't vote for either Trump nor Biden. So my voice didn't make a difference.
So
And so,
had we lost, you would have contributed to the loss, is what you're saying.
no, what I would have contributed to was using my voice to vote for parties that I believe best identify with what I believe in and what I support and my values that I support. And so, being that I'm an independent and being that my views may be different than the norm, than the average
So,
Republican and Democrat, my
Okay.
so
my
you
vote was
voted. So your vote was undecided.
no, my vote
No,
was
he
for House
voted. He
Caucus and
voted.
Angela Walker. No, my
He
vote was
voted
for House
independent.
Caucus and Angela Walker.
Oh,
Mm. We're gonna have a talk about that sign off screen because we talked about how important this election was, and I understood your platform, but it was not the time for you to be voting independent in a time when we could have had Donald Trump for 4 more years. And did you see my whole face too? We gotta move
But you
on
know,
to another.
but
We're gonna
but you
move.
know, I have to as an independent. I'm part of the independent party as well. But to his defense, I think he has enough sense to know that enough of us independents did vote for Biden and Harris.
This
That even though he
this
voted.
was not the time to take that chance.
Yeah, but actually, I think Dallas is smart enough to know that he knew, like he said when he began what he said, he knew how this election was going. It was undecided voters like myself who's independent that they needed to change. It wasn't his mind because he was already made up.
Right.
It was me. I was undecided until I stepped into that freaking into the ballot box. I had to make sure I did not only what was good for all of us, but good for myself as well. I didn't vote for the independent party because I didn't do my research. And I can't vote for people I don't do my research on.
And I vote
Anyway,
on party lines, just like the Republicans and Democrats. People, y'all vote against the party lines. That's why we're in the predicament we're in. Because when people vote Republican, they all Republicans in. When people vote Democrat, all Democrats in. I gotta vote for my party, and I'm independent because I believe that this is what we need. This is a revolution. What we're seeing, and what we're seeing is these two parties that are dueling back and forth are not able to accomplish what we need for the people, and we need to have a party for the people. And so I feel like moving forward for me is to not be Republican or Democrat. I may identify with both or disagree with one, disagree with the other. However, I do feel it's important to be independent, and I don't care about Republican or Democrat. What I care about is values, and what I care about is the issues, and that's what I voted for when I voiced my vote.
Well, I understand that, but I also think that at a time when there's an administration that is solely attacking that you love, and when they are mishandling epidemics that are killing people at disproportional rates,
yeah,
we do know that there has not been an independent person to even win. So to me, giving your vote to an independent party, whether it's your values or whatever, I still think that you're taking a chance to give Trump the lead because your vote went to something that wasn't going to count really for real in the election. So we're gonna leave that subject. Oh, and I understand how you feel. I truly do. But this election was pivotal for people. And we needed to place our votes where we were going to be sure that we got this demon out of the White House so that we could make a change. Because we talked
and
about this before.
And he's out, and
About the
everybody
Green
came
Party.
together and voted, and he is out.
It could have easily not been him
yeah.
being out
And
because
I got sick when I voted for Biden and Harris. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. Like I as an independent person, it really hurt me, but I knew I had to do it. Like I had no other choice. I felt like if I didn't, even though I agree with Dallas, I felt like if I didn't do it and Trump won, I just fucked myself for 2024. Because when 2024, well, 20, when is the next election? 2024? When 2024 comes, hopefully we'll have a strong independent candidate that people can listen to. And I think that what has happened in the world is that we get these Democrats and Republicans and we block off other people that we should listen to. Like, I don't know those two people because I didn't take my time, but some of these people really are fighting for what you want, Zakia, what all of us want, but we don't
I
listen
get
to them.
it. I get it. And when Dallas brought up about the Green Party, I really did research on the Green Party. But at an election that of this level of importance, I can't risk it on voting independent because that's my vote not counting. And it was too much on the line to have a chance to deal with Donald Trump. We needed to vote between the two parties so that we can get this man out. And like I said, if folks are really advocating for other parties, independent parties, then they need to get into the thing of doing some fundraising to elevate these people on these platforms and all this other kind of stuff. But the election was too much at stake for people to either not vote, or vote independent. It was just too much at stake. Too much at stake. And the risk was too high. So
And also, let me just make this point too when it comes to vote independent, because as you know, and which people may not know this or not, but basically, in order to get federal funds for elections in your party, you have to get at least a 5% vote. And so, for me not to vote independent and to throw my vote away into something, either party that I didn't really fully believe in and believe in my heart. So for me, I was voting for the independents because those funds that you talk about are very important. In order to get those funds, you have to get a certain percentage of the vote. So I still was going to vote along my party line
okay.
based upon that. So
Moving on, RuPaul's Drag Race. Gonna give it up for Will, Tamisha, Iman Crawford
Yes.
Ah.
joining the show, and so I think this we need to
I love that dress. That's cute.
move into something a little lighter.
I agree.
I'm ready to pull out a belt and beat the shit out of my child. Literally, I am. I want to see you back to boarding school.
I don't want to go back to the Raku. Please don't send me back to Bree. I don't want to
Yes,
go back
I'm gonna
there.
send. I'm gonna send you to Brianna. I'm gonna send you to
I don't want to go back to Elder Mother.
Yeah.
So, RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race. This is season 13, correct?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Kayla already shaking her head. So, have anybody? I mean, I know I've been watching that. I know Dallas been keeping up with it. I know Kayla's been watching it. Have you been watching it, Bree? And viewers, if you have anything you want to chime in.
No, I
I,
don't be having the time.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched because JC, he has RuPaul dinners and stuff and things of that nature. But I haven't seen how many episodes it's been. One or two.
Just two. Just two.
Okay.
Two.
No, I haven't seen the two episodes, but I am gonna go down there and watch it and catch up. But because I was into it, I was trying to get into it a little bit because at first I wasn't living when we had talked about it one time before. I really wasn't into it, but now I'm really starting to just ease my way into it.
Well, child.
Don't rush.
We're already getting comments from the viewers. Dimitri said the show is fool la la, honey.
I agree.
Yes, I agree too. I don't even understand what's like really happening this season because they had 13 girls and then they put six of them in the pork chop lounge and then they voted the people in the pork chop lounge voted one girl off and then they put her on in the other set with the runway girls.
Well,
And it's
they prolonging and they pulling stamps because the first girl won't go home until episode 4 ultimately. So it's a lot of twists and turns in these first 3 episodes because I'm sure next week they'll bring back the other girls that they have no clue about. And then it'll be like a oh shit kind of moment for the other girls that think they like the hot thing because they made it and they beat the girls that got chopped. So they ultimately think those girls are gone because they're already over it that Miss Elliott is back and they feel like she's a
Right.
mole. I just felt like the show last night was just a fool. I ended up cutting it off. I did not watch it all the way through. But I won't go no more. Go ahead.
well, I want to go a little further because I'm trying to understand like this new definition of drag and like I'm really not understanding no pads and no breast cups. I thought it was female illusion and they walking out there with pasties on and no breasts at all. And it's like what are they doing with the craft? What are they doing with the art form?
Well,
It is a
I
mess. It's a
I
mess.
feel like what we learned and how we were taught, I kind of feel like that's fading out. And it's more of you being ultimately what you want to portray as a drag entertainer. I think kind of like what our standards were. I think it's like an era change and a time change. And I think like what we were taught and how we were raised in pageantry and how it should be is fading. And also this is more of TV drag versus pageantry, and that's something that the RuPaul people kind of stray away from. Although there have been some pageant girls to win, because
Mhm.
ultimately pageant girls are more groomed than just per se some of the just showgirls. But I just think that it's an era change, it's a time change, and that's what drag is becoming. And those girls will ultimately gain fans and a fan base and people that are going to go to clubs when COVID is over and they're going to line up to see these girls because I've worked in club management and a lot of those girls from previous seasons we have booked and brought in and honey, the kids are lined up down the street and I'm
Mm.
like, really? And then we cutting checks for like 4 grand and 5 grand and these girls making their money. So I just think it's ultimately like an era change. And, I don't know.
Hey, Cheyenne, happy birthday, sister.
Happy
Yes.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Miss
Cheyenne.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Kelly Brand saying they live for trans men.
Well, yes, because there's a trans man on the show.
Yeah.
And I ultimately heard that that's going to be the winner. So, but we'll see.
Well, I can see that. But RuPaul probably need a new makeup artist. Chad and did is a makeup artist for a lot of different people. But that's one of the ones who went out there with a gown on, with a pasty on, and no breast
Yeah,
last
because
night.
I think he was ultimately happy. He said in the thing that he was ultimately happy about his top surgery. So ever since he's had that done, that he gets his life. But then it was so strange how they played a song spilling his tea, and it just like threw his whole moment. And I'm like, oh, he's really not comfortable with who he ultimately was or is or what. I just kind of like yeah.
We have a question from one of our viewers. Would myself, Bree, or Kayla ever want to go on the show? Me personally,
Me?
no. I don't want to be on the show. I think the show is a fool, and um, I think that it doesn't show a good light for us and our career. I think it gives too much information about the things that are tricks of the trade and secrets of female impersonation. And I ain't pressed for the money like that. So no,
No.
I wouldn't want to go on the show. Never
No.
wanted to.
If I planned on like continuing on, to gratify like or more like solidify a career or bookings, I would. But being that I'm really kind of like at the point where I'm probably gonna be retiring soon from it all, it's kind of like no, I'm good.
No, I wouldn't. I would never. I no. It gives me like the episodes that I was watching. It gave me the fool. So I mean, it just seemed like it's already. They already know who they want. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's not fair for people to go up there with their talents and stuff, and you already know who you're gonna pick because it just seems like it just everything is already just set up already when you go there.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's politics. I mean, it's probably like in pageants and balls and stuff. It's politics. You know what I'm saying? It's about ratings. So no,
I
I
think
wouldn't.
I
Yeah.
think it's a I think it's a little I think it's a little deeper than that too. But it's
Yeah,
cool.
I think it also comes from when everyone has been pushing for a trans individual to be on it. I think it was like ultimately a slap in the face for trans women because that's what they ultimately wanted to see on the show. Was a trans woman first, per se, in my opinion. So I kind of think it was a slap in the face, but I think it was to like hush the trans community up. They did it, and then they'll crown them, and it's okay. Y'all got what y'all wanted. Like move on. You know how TV can be.
Yeah.
It's for views. It's for views. It's for
Well,
views.
I was so over it last night, so I'm gonna do a shameless plug for the movie Fatale. It's starring Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank. That was amazing. When I saw that I was not seeing Tamisha last night, I rented that and it was good. So
Okay.
it's a must see. Check it out. It's actually really, really juicy.
It is. It was better than I thought.
Juicy.
You enjoyed it.
Yes, I did.
Girl, the plots, honey. It kept you at the edge of your seat, honey. Kept you at the edge of your seat. All right, all right. So we done with the RuPaul's Drag Race conversation. Any final thoughts on RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yeah, if anybody wants to apply, RuPaul is casting until January 15th, so feel free to go to RPDR.
We, we've given her enough shameless plugs. We are not going to let you do any casting calls on this
Oh my God.
show. No, man, Pam. You vote independent and then you want to do casting calls for the children? No,
It's up.
not hot.
Oh my God.
Mm, No, sweetie.
That's
Next caller.
Next conversation. Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Uh,
Having a little technical
She
difficulty.
said she was saying something. We can't hear what she was saying.
Who hit you? That girl punched me. Who hit you?
That's what
The
you
black
get. That's what you get.
What? A cover. What? Who hit you? BLM? Yes. BLM hit you? Yes. And they did nothing or what? Oh, of course they did nothing. Oh my God.
Oh, girl, cut it out.
I'm gagging.
so
Well,
I
see,
said that for us to go into a conversation about the insurrection and everything that happened at the Capitol. Y'all thoughts?
I mean, I thought it
um,
was such a disgrace.
this a
Disgrace.
classic case of they do things, throw rocks, hide their hands, and then they like to play victim because she actually put her hands on that young lady first, and that lady was the young lady that made her um bloody. She was defending herself, so that's what you get. You can't go around putting your hands on people thinking you can get away with it, and then you can't play victim. I am sick of all the Karens around the world, like repeatedly, like the young lady about the phone. These idiots rushing the Capitol, like they look like the thugs and the hoodlums. It's just so funny how like the roles have reversed in America.
Yeah.
But I'll let somebody else touch on it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like they try to say that it's the black people who, do all this looting and rioting, but what they have done to show us. If you think about what happened, is it in Tulsa when they burnt that city down, the black city that was thriving and people had a lot of money. That's their MO.
Black Wall
And
Street.
how do you, when it's the Black Lives Matter march, how do you like arm everything and surround and have the National Guard and all this other kind of stuff? And because it's Trump supporters, how do they get up on the side of the Capitol on scaffolds and stuff? Taking this, how do they get that close? How is it as a country when we already know what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? With 9/11, Russia doing the cyber attacks, all this other kind of stuff. How do you just have our Capitol just so free to open that people can just get up there and do whatever it is that they want to do? I don't understand.
Well, me
You know,
personally, you go ahead. You go here.
no, I thought it was kind of hilarious because we now are seeing that, and Kayla had spoke about it earlier when we were speaking, that it was an inside job. Like, they honestly believe that they had congressmen opening doors. Oh, this is so funny.
She's almost there.
the thugs,
So it's
look
like,
at the thugs and the hoodlums. Look at them.
it's so crazy that, I believe it was an inside job. Yeah, it was planned because from what I've been reading, you can't just walk into the Capitol and get to Nancy's office. Yet you had those people get to her office in less than 10 minutes.
Well, even
So,
like when you looked at the footage of when they were showing the people coming in and the little black officer, like, why are you running up the steps and letting them further and further into the Capitol? You know what I'm
He
saying?
had
Why are
no
you?
gun. He only had a stick. Like he
Well, he
had
took.
I would have been busting them in the head to the white
Yeah, I
people.
would have.
Give
Yeah, I would have.
them the same sticks they
It was
beat right
too
the
many
king with.
people. It was too
bust
many
all of
people
them in
running
the head.
behind him. It was
Listen,
too many people
if you
behind them coming.
if you look at the videos that everybody keep putting up of these police officers, it is like they're not using any type of emotions or anything to stop these people. They it's just like, okay, well, girl, go ahead on pass. You know what I'm saying?
Get your
It ain't
life.
me. So you can actually just in people's body language tell a lot too, because you can see some of the officers just moving back and they're like relaxed. How can you be relaxed at a time when it's a mob? Because that's what they were. It was a mob. If anybody see any type of mob, I don't care if it's the KKK or the Chinese mob, the black mob, whatever. If you see a mob, your first reaction, you're gonna be thinking like, okay, is they gonna do something to me? But when them people already know that it was already planned and emailed and text to, hey, we just gonna let these people back. Y'all, the police gonna let y'all back. Y'all don't bother them because ain't no way in the world that. And like they said, how can you not have enough officers there at that place like that at a time like that? And it was just crazy. It was set up. They set
So,
it up.
Because
Dimitri,
probably
one of our viewers said that there are videos of the Capitol Police letting them in.
Yeah.
We got a lot
Yeah.
of comments from viewers, y'all. So, Misha Macklin said it was an inside job. They knew where to be exactly and when to be there. Tony Phillips said the little guy was scared, which I'm sure he probably
He
was.
probably was.
The fact was he was the only one at the door, and the rest were upstairs. Though
Hmm.
when he told them to stand back and stand by, they were private Facebook groups planning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because people came from everywhere. People came from Florida, Texas. So it was definitely planned. They came from all over for this. So
Yeah.
they knew this was
And
happening.
another thing that I thought of, and it's just funny what you think of when stuff like this happen, because I got anxiety. I think of a whole lot of stuff. So I was just thinking about when Tupac got killed. Tupac's security was told to leave his gun at home. Why would you tell your security to leave your gun at home? The head of the Capitol Police was all the way in Iraq. Why was the head of the Capitol Police in Iraq when you're about to have this happen on your home front? They have over 2,000 people employed. Only 500 were told to be there. Come on now.
that's
Hmm.
because some of them was probably out in the mob that rushed the building, and
They
that
knew
way
what was happening.
I hope it's more uncovered, and I hope more people get
Yes.
fired or encounter jail time or fine, whatever. I hope that they really
And I
investigate
hope
and
the
see.
Congress people who were
Yeah.
involved get fired. They need to go.
Oh, definitely.
No,
They
not
need
that they need
definitely.
to go. They need to all be charged with treason. That's what they need to be charged with, or terrorist act. That's what they
Hmm.
need to be charged with.
Because that's what you did.
Yeah, it's no different than 9/11. The people crashing the planes up into the Twin Towers and the Pentagon and
Yeah.
all that they did then. It's the exact same thing.
And they're saying it was
Mhm.
some people saying it was a revolution. A revolution of what?
Of what?
What was it a rebel?
Y'all been running. Y'all been running it. It been
What was
y'all.
the what
What's
was
the
the
It's
revolution
revolution
for?
of? We won't it won't like and it's crazy that people mindsets be like, I mean, it was just so crazy just listening to watching the videos and listening to some of the people. And I'm just like, y'all doing all this stuff, and it's more stuff that we need to be worried about. And y'all is
Hmm.
worried about this. The man lost, take his L and move on, and y'all go ahead and pout somewhere else. But ain't no way in the world them people, the capital. Now they tried it. They tried that.
They are
they
so
was hanging
afraid to
from the
see us.
ceiling.
They're afraid to see us get ahead. They're afraid to see us become before them. And it's in the Bible. The first will be last, and the
And the
last
last
will
will be
be
first.
first. And that is the problem here. They are so afraid.
Yeah.
Them seeing us get out and change things for because we're tired with everything that happened with George Floyd, with Breonna Taylor, with the guy at Wendy's in Atlanta, and it's still happening. People are tired. Our mothers are tired. We as a community are tired, and they are seeing this, and they are afraid. They don't want us to be first. But guess what? We will be. We will be.
But I'm glad. One thing, Kayla, I'm glad that people are like Steve Harvey was saying. I'm glad that people are actually like seeing where people's mindsets are at, and like they can see the true people's true meaning of
Yes.
racism.
Yes.
They can
It's bringing
actually
a lot of truth.
see it.
It's bringing a lot of truth out of all of them. Yeah.
Girl, all I keep thinking about is Maya Angelou, honey. When people show you who they are, believe them, honey. And we have a lot of racists in this country.
And they came out. They came out. They came out the other day. Oh, they
But
came out and they showed
but
their tail.
us as black and brown people, we know that they out there because we deal with it on a day-to-day basis. I guess
Yes, we do.
it's more white people who, are cool and aren't racist. You know what I'm saying? It's shocking to them because they see the disproportionate number of people who voted for Trump and how, that people are acting. So it's
And it was
crazy.
good. And Twitter them, they should have been blocked his account from the next from day one when he put stuff up, when he was putting different tweets and stuff up there. They should have been looking. They should have been blocked him. They should have been deleting his account when the first 4 years of him acting a fool, with him saying stuff, and then when he put that tweet, these are special. We say these are special people. Where they special at?
Well, what other president has ever tweeted? No other presidents have tweeted. So that just show you how
Like a regular person. He tweets like he's saying,
like the
oh,
germ.
he don't
He
got
tweet
no
like he
no
tweet
no
like the germ. You should be
Like
reading
he has.
some type of policies or some type of something. You tweeting and playing golf. What are you
Yes.
doing?
that's
You
why
should
we ain't got
really be
nothing.
thinking,
He couldn't do nothing, Zakia, instead of he didn't worry about no policies, no nothing. He just sat and just tweeted. He is going to be like, I don't think he's ever going to be in nobody's history. If he be in the history
oh,
books,
he
he's going to be the
will.
worst president.
Oh no,
He
he will
will.
be in the he will. He will be in the history books. Like it's
As a
no way that
laughing
he
stock.
there's no way that he can be excluded from history. The
Yeah.
stuff that he has done. Um, but I hope that they do move with impeachment. They should have been impeached him long time ago. I hope to do whatever, invoke the 25th Amendment, impeach whatever. I felt like when they realized that the election was rigged in the first place when he won with Russia's interference, I felt like all of them should have been gone. Him, Pence, all of them should have been gone, and they should have did a re-election again and kept Obama in place until they had the votes right. That's my thing.
I'm with you.
They should have extended his reign. They should have extended Obama's reign.
He should have got the COVID reign.
Right. They should have extended his reign, honey.
Yeah.
But I know him and Michelle is looking like WTF, honey. What in the world,
But
girl?
definitely, I hope they go ahead and move forward with whatever they're gonna do so they can cut off his funding so we don't have to take care of him and his Secret Service. I hope they
And
get
that
rid of
second
all his
impeachment will
everything.
do it. That second impeachment will keep him out of the office in 2024. He won't have any Secret Service protection. He won't get no pension, no nothing.
No,
they need to do it.
Yeah, and that's saving us $219,000 a year as taxpayers for his pension, and then on top of
and his
Secret
security,
Service.
his Secret Service.
So let Iran get him, or he can move over to Russia with Putin, and he can continue to perform analingus on Putin, honey.
Lulu heard you. Lulu heard you.
Lulu don't understand what analingus is. Then again, she might. She might with her mama, with her grandma.
Well, I hope that the first thing that they take up is the rest of the stimulus money, because I think that's important. More important than an impeachment is when they reconvene. I really wish that they would get together and increase the stimulus for more people who are suffering, because it's people out there really going through. Gig work is down. I mean, people are performing drag in driveways at this point. I mean, it's becoming a sad place for some people who rely on gig work and the restaurant work that's been affected. And so I just really hope that they're able to pass more stimulus for people who are struggling and be
Well,
able to get into a
well,
better place.
what's the point of passing it if you're not getting it? That people are passing it and folks ain't got now stimmy. So
Mhm.
if, what's the point of passing it if it's not being distributed? Because we need it to be distributed.
Right,
It's a mess.
exactly. No, people need it. Exactly. No, people need it.
I've been looking at.
I gotta buy crab meat from a crab pass.
I've been seeing everybody posting. I've been looking at my little account. Hey, ain't nothing hit. No stimulus.
Nice.
You was
No
over
And
the
if
stimulus.
threshold. You might have been over the threshold.
if you don't receive it by the 15th, you will get that credit on your income tax. So
Oh,
if you have
Mm.
not
so
received it by the 15th, don't even worry about it.
the 15th of what?
January.
January. Suppose my
They
life
say they
is.
still they
Suppose my
got one
life
more
is
week.
this. What I'm supposed to tell them?
It's
My
still 1
stimulus
week.
and game.
Go ahead and call us at Nations Foundation. We'll be more than happy to accommodate you the best way we know how and
I
Come
think
on,
that
can.
would.
food pantry.
I think that would be. I think that would definitely be a conflict of interest for me to get utility assistance from the Nations Foundation. So I guess I'm gonna just be in the dark. Well, I'm
Oh
gonna go over
my
to Zena house because she been selling crab pies. I know she gonna be able to keep her life down.
God. But we all don't know that was Zena. We're gonna be assembly line and we're gonna be working and living with Zena, making them pies.
Okay, a
Yeah.
whole assembly line. We're gonna be Zena eats. We're gonna be dropping off her food for her
We
delivery
gonna be like
service.
Madam
Yes,
PJ
ma'am.
Walker when she was doing her hair products, but we're gonna be making crab
Yes, ma'am.
pies.
Yes, ma'am. So, COVID-19 and the COVID vaccine. How y'all feeling about it? Are you taking it? What's up? Viewers chime in. COVID-19, the COVID vaccine. Are you taking it or what? I know I am not. I believe that is the dawn of the zombie apocalypse. I'm buying bullets. So when I see how everybody begin to turn into zombies, I'm well equipped to take care of myself. I'm gonna wait until I see what happens.
Okay, so how do you feel about if you don't take it, you can't travel, you won't be able to fly, things like that. And I know you travel a lot. So how do you feel about that? If you don't
But
get the vaccine, you can't travel by
I,
air
my lazy ass will drive
everywhere. So
everywhere,
you
or
so
I will
so
limit.
you gonna
I,
be Miss Continental Elite driving to Hawaii Continental?
no, no, I'm not gonna be continentally.
Okay.
But
I
you
was
know,
just making it was just an example.
and see, that's the gag about
No,
this
I,
this this vaccine, because I don't know if Zakia remembers when she was at the health department, but we're trained in pandemic
Some
preparedness.
child, yeah.
So, even though they haven't come out and talked about the pandemic preparedness, I can tell you from my experiences that, if they wanted to roll it out and make people get it, they could, but they're not. But what they're going to do is hold our lives hostage for it. So, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has already said that, unless you have a religious, exemption, your job can fire you if you don't get the shot. Then they're saying that we're not going to be able to travel. And, it's just so much they're trying to force us to take it so they don't
Hmm.
mandate it. And I don't think that's right. Like
no.
right now,
I,
I don't
I'm
I
just.
don't feel comfortable taking it.
I don't think that they have done enough clinical trials on it. There's still a lot of side effects that are happening with it. I think that the administration should have been working on this, and they can talk about all this back history about how long they've been working on it and all of that. But it was rushed through. So if they said I cannot fly, then I won't fly. Fine, that'll save me some money. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to take it until I know that it is really safe. And if we are properly social distancing and washing our hands and wearing masks on the plane and all of that, and I think we should be able to travel and move freely as we should be able to. But if you're going to mandate that, then fine. The airline people, they're going to lose a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people not going to want to take that vaccine and fly. I don't feel comfortable.
And what does
And
the government do when they don't have money? They bail them out. The airline people got bailed out already. They're offering healthcare workers money because there's healthcare workers who don't even want to take the vaccine. So
Well,
I have friends and stuff to where they're saying that the companies are now offering them money to even take the vaccine because people don't want to take it.
well, Landis Osborne, he is in the nursing field and in the medical field. He said that they have over 30 years of research. And that may be true, Landis. They may have 30 years of research, but to me, they moved that drug through
Well,
it.
I'm just I'm going to take it so I can get a piece of the lawsuit. So if I be twisted up
Yeah,
or
that's right.
whatever, I know I'm gonna be getting a nice check, so I'm taking it.
Well, if you be twisting them to the side, that seems like apocalypse, and I'm going to have a hollow point straight.
Well,
So,
baby.
so Jason, it may not be a wedding. If she gonna take that vaccine, it may not be a wedding. I'm telling you, I'm not fooling with that vaccine until I see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And if that means that I ain't flying, then so be it. I ain't flew in months, and I'm okay. I done saved a lot of money not flying. So like, if I ain't, I will sit in this house and be quarantined in this house and order food delivery and
Yes,
grocery
ma'am.
delivery and crab pies and whatever. So I ain't got to go outside, but I'm not gonna fool with that vaccine until I see. I
Well,
mean,
this
come
may
on.
be a way for people to get back to how it used to be. Y'all need to be home with y'all kids, getting close and building relationships
now,
and those connections. So this may be an opportunity for people to be with their children again, because a lot of people were just dropping their kids in school and stuff. So everything happens for a reason.
Right. So I want to move on. I want to give some shout outs. I really want to give some shout outs. So I want to he's watching the show. I want to shout out Mr. Landis Osborne. Landis. So if you when the world open up and if you have little small events and you need some be it lighting or whatever private affairs, reach out to Landis. But Landis is so creative. Landis has come up with these game show nights that are weekly. I think they're weekly or monthly. I was just on the game last night, Thursday. No, Thursday night. I was on the weakest link and I got work
Yes.
because the girl knew I was gonna be smarter than her, so she voted me
She
off, honey.
voted you out.
Voted me off, honey. But I just wanted to shout out Landis because
I love that.
through COVID-19, we have to really come up with creative and unique ways, and so his game shows has really been engaging. And if you want to be a guest on the show, inbox him. I was so nervous because I didn't know what the hell Landis was gonna ask, and I did not want to sit up there and look like a complete fool, honey. But when he told us that one of the contestants was a school teacher, she was the first one voted off. I was like, what? But it was fun. So shout out to Landis.
Because
Um,
Zakia, so do you think? So if you play again, so do you think it's a strategy? Do you think like I mean, like, how was it? Because I know, some, I mean, you are the weakest link for whatever. Some people they strategize. So how was it like? Was you thinking like, okay, if I act like I know the questions, then they'll get rid of me. If I don't act, or was you just answering the question if you knew it?
no, I answered questions that I knew and some questions that I did answer wrong. But I would have did the same thing that Janelle did because if when we were down to that final three, it was Janelle, myself, and I can't remember the guy's name. Landis, what's the guy's name? I know you're watching, so chime in and tell me what the guy's name was. But I would have voted Janelle off. You know what I'm saying? And because Landis had asked the guy how much is a nickel bag of weed, and he was like $10.
Oh yeah. Oh, I seen that one. I seen that one. That was a Kiki. That was a Kiki.
Yeah, that was his name. So I was like, and when I was voting like the first couple of times, it was just like if somebody called me, then I picked them. But as it began to get down to like the smaller group of number of people, I started to vote off the people who I felt was like competition to get rid of them. I had a better chance of winning. But they turned around and worked me and got me right on up out of there, Janelle, honey. And I had voted for Janelle. Janelle would have been put off the show at the beginning, but I saved her.
So
And she didn't spare you.
She didn't spare me on that. She said, you got to take it for the team, baby, because she knew I was going to come for her for the questions.
So what's the prize? Or I mean, I was trying to get I wish I could have watched it at the beginning. So
I don't know, Landis. It wasn't. I don't know if it was a cash prize, but I just did it because it was fun to do and something to do and different. It's not always about monetary, Brianna. It's about.
I know it's not about
In this pandemic, in this pandemic, it is. It's all about
every time
Brianna go see their coin, baby.
I'm sorry. I need all my little few dollars. I'm sorry.
She gotta feed everybody. Feed her coins.
What you say, Kayla? If you going up there, you need a donation.
Baby, something.
It was a $25 cash prize.
Can you put the link for the next game, please?
You have to inbox him. He got a Family Feud game, so maybe we can all pull together as a family.
Yes, come on, Diva Den.
Diva Den, Family Feud.
Yes. Landis is so creative. I also want to. What happened to Zena? She just left. Maybe she got Lulu Ray right now.
She's making crab pies. She got crab pies.
I have to give a special shout out to my nail tech, Janice Edwards, honey. People be tripping that I go all the way to Williamsburg every 2 weeks. But when I tell you, she be making my nails fire. So the Gucci inspired design that she did. So I just wanted to give her.
Yeah. She had a nail break.
Yes, I had a nail break today. I'm not going to tell the viewers how you broke my nail. I'm not going to tell the viewers how you broke my nail, Kayla.
Yeah, what was y'all doing?
How you break how your nail break?
Oh, that's for another conversation. That's for Diva Den Untucked.
Yeah.
So, Kayla, you mentioned the prep clinic. I want to give a shout out for that prep clinic, and you can get the kids a little more information about that.
Well, yes, I am the prep navigator at Nation Foundation, and we are offering our new prep clinic for anyone that is interested. It's for anyone who is HIV negative, and you don't have to have any insurance. If you have insurance, fine as well. We can get you linked as well. And I'm so looking forward to this. So anyone that's interested, feel free to go to the Nation's website, or you can personally contact me on Messenger on my personal page. And I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. And I'm so happy.
Yes. Also, I want to remind any of my trans sisters out there to please join us each and every Thursday night for T Girls Rock. It is a social support group for trans women. We meet every Thursday. It's virtual. If you are anywhere in the country and you want to plug in and learn and build a sisterhood, please reach out to me or reach out to Miss Destiny Hill. She is our transcend specialist, and that is her email address. You can see that at T Girls Rock every Thursday. So email Destiny, and she can send you a link so that you can join the group. T Girls Rock, y'all. T Girls Rock. And then I want to shout out, Zena brought it up earlier. Zena being Crab Pie Queen, honey, she brought it up. But like I said, we have to be resilient when we are in moments when things are looking bleak or we don't have any direction. And girl, those crab pies are absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Go up on you have to charge a delivery fee now. In 2021, add on the delivery fee.
Yes, I have added on a $10 delivery fee, but I do have 17 slots open for the 16th and the 17th, and pies are $25, and delivery will be hot and fresh.
Yes, they come warm now. They come warm boots, honey.
Yes, I ate mine in the car on the way home.
And then, Zena, you also have another thing that you wanted to shout out. We're doing some evening testing at the foundation. So
Yes. Nations Foundation, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have free HIV, gonorrhea, and chlamydia screening. You could call 804-716-7597 and schedule your appointment, and you will see me at 5, and free condoms. So come on out. And if you need an appointment, we got you.
yes,
I
yes.
come to Philadelphia, Landis. My grandmother is from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I think he asking, are you going to deliver to Philadelphia?
To feel it.
Well, I mean,
I think you might need to go up on your you might need to go up on your delivery fee.
you know what? I may have to meet you halfway or something, Landis. I may have to meet you halfway.
Come on through.
If I knew a way to do that, because I've had some people, someone took a pie to North Carolina, and so now his people in North Carolina want me to send crab pies. If I knew how to get them to other places, I would. I would, because it's
Right.
You
so
have
good.
to freeze them.
Can't you freeze them? Yeah, freeze them and pack them in ice packs and ship them.
Interesting. I may have to look
Yeah.
into that.
And Cheyenne Valentino ships cake. She may know some tips and tricks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Valentino pounds
You
your
can
cake.
share. You can share them, girl. I told you we gonna be like Madam TJ Walk over there with you. We gonna be have a whole assembly line, packaging and preparation.
Yeah,
And
but I'm gonna look into that. If I thought I could send it, I would.
Landis say dry ice, honey, dry ice.
Yeah.
So I have a few
She gonna research it.
I have a few public service announcements. So make sure you join us and Equality Virginia 2021 for the General Assembly kickoff. That's Monday, January the 11th. That's this coming Monday from 8 to 9:30 a.m. You can find out how you can stay informed, connect with legislators virtually, and get involved to support the bills that EV is organizing around that will continue to make LGBTQ equality a fact of life in Virginia. The community's work is far from over. So if you're interested, you can register. Go to our website, www.nationsfoundationrva.org. And there's a flyer. This flyer is posted on our website. So I encourage folks to go to our website and sign up for the General Assembly kickoff event. So make sure you join us for that. Also, Equality Virginia has bagels and bills. So start your day off right. Join Equality Virginia's Bagels and Bills series every Monday morning from January 18th through February the 22nd from 8 to 9. At each event, you will find out how to support legislation that impacts LGBTQ Virginians, learn how to connect with legislators virtually, and stay up to date on the fight for LGBTQ equality at the 2021 General Assembly session. So make sure y'all sign up for those so y'all can stay informed, so that y'all can be in the know of what's happening, baby, because knowledge is power.
Yes. Bagels and bills.
Yes, bagels and bills.
I might have me something else in the morning instead of a bagel. It still starts with a B though, but we're not gonna leave that alone.
All right. So this has been an amazing kickoff to the new year. Kayla, we enjoyed having you on the show. We hope that you'll join us again.
Thank y'all for having me. I enjoyed it.
Awesome, awesome. Can we get some parting words from all of our co-hosts, and then we're gonna jump up out of here. Brianna.
Yes. Well, I just want people to love on each other. I want people to stay positive. I just want people to think before they react on different situations and just be aware of your surroundings and what's going on in the world.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, for me, everyone, thank you again for tuning in. It's a new season of Diva Den. I just want to say, last parting words for 2021, we got to continue to work together. So I just know we're all better together. Together, we can move mountains. And I just want to let everyone know that I'm here anyway. Feel free to reach out to me. Anything that I can do, I'm always down to learn. So don't hesitate to reach out. And I want to continue my journey of learning because knowledge is power. I'll leave you with that.
Hey everyone, remain positive. Always remember to stay humble and always be your authentic self. And remember, if you need me, I'm only a phone call away or a message away. And remember, I'm not above you, I'm not beneath you, but I'm right here with you. Stay safe and stay positive.
You know what? Can I just still let whatever Kayla just said? That was I like that. I'm gonna end it with Kayla said. That's it.
So you echoed. You said I'm gonna echo what Kayla said.
I gotta echo that. That was nicely. That was well put, Kayla. I like that. That was well put.
Thank you.
Yes, it is. I'm just gonna ask people to just continue to be resilient. Our inner strength is so powerful. And as we are still taking this time to quarantine, be resilient. Tap into your gifts, tap into those things that God gave you so that you can move forward. And like I said, do things so that when we come out of this pandemic, we are greater than what we were when we went into it. I love y'all. We're going to leave them with one old big kiss. Come on.
Love you too. Love y'all.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my
Diva Den friends.
Good night.
Action. Statement. Store. Ow. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And I'm so severe. Legend. Now.